Alright, in this video we're going to talk about composite functions in section 6.1. Now, when we've dealt with functions in the past, we've seen things like f of x, a function notation, g of x, whatever, h of x, whatever letter we want to use. We were able to plug in inputs, find outputs, and then we also looked at combining functions. We looked at adding functions together, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, all these different operations. Well, now in this section we're going to introduce a new operation called composite. The symbol is a circle. All right, and so if you have two functions, you can now combine them in a new way. Composite functions, to compose two functions, input one function into the other. Okay, so that's how we're going to compose them. We're just going to take one function, plug it into the other. Now let's say I give you two functions. Let's take the function f of x to be 2x minus 3. And let's take the function g of x to be the function 5x plus 2. Then we can find the composite function, and I'll just keep it alphabetical here. We'll look at f composed with g of x. And now this x on the outside is the same as the x on the outside of these original functions. It's just a notation to show the input. So we got f composed with g. Okay, f circle g. Some people call it fog of x, just for short. Okay, now to do this, we're going to take another notation here. I should write this out. Is f of g of x. And so you're taking the g function and you're actually plugging it into the input of the f function. So how does this look when we write it out? Well, we're going to write it out. We're going to take the outer function, which is the f, and I'm going to write it, but in place of the x, I'm going to put a nice big set of parentheses here. Okay? And so I have essentially 2 times a space, or x, minus 3. Now in this space is going to go the other function. So the g goes inside or replaces the variable in the f function. And that becomes 5x plus 2. Now, this becomes just a new function, and I want to simplify it, of course. So I'm going to distribute my 2, and this will simplify down to 10x plus 4 minus 3, which of course simplifies so that my final composite function is 10x plus 1. Okay? So that's how we compose two functions. We take the second function and insert it into the first function.